right. What happened? Okay, we tried to use this. So 3,000 years ago, there's only two major records of methodology, Gongfa. It's the Xingqi Su and Daoyin Su. And after that, it splintered into many, many styles of this and that. For 5,000 years, it's interpreted completely different teachers. Nothing wrong with that. It's just they use different name. But mainly is we're looking at the most earliest one. So it's Xingqi Su and Daoyin Su. Okay, so what happened? You move the heavenly pillar. So by all our exercises, methodology, the Daoyin to 2003, 2002, Han Dynasty. So they dig out some archaeological digging, but that was already a solid evidence. But the knowledge, the wisdom has prior to this, obviously, Han Dynasty. So we can trace back, right, up to 5,000 years. So they are Qingqi Su and Daoyin Su. And the Daoyin Tu, the silk scroll of that Han tomb, we have recording and all this movement. And that's why you can actually extract, if you watch my other thing, you actually extract of all the Tai Chi movement. The Han Bin single whip, I mean, and, the white crane coming out, and all kind of things. So who found Tai Chi Chuan? Nobody found Tai Chi Chuan. It's a accumulation for a few thousand years of exercising. Wild exercises. So you use the muscular layers, right, more muscular skeletal layers, right? To what? To stimulate what? The heavenly pillar. So the heavenly pillar, which is, we call, obviously, the spinal cord, which is the major organ. Okay, yeah. And that, even from neurological side, you got 31 pair of spinal nerves firing signals, firing qi. This, what kind of qi? This is electrical qi, because we are electromagnetic field, and because this is static. So signals go up and down through, like in TCM, lower burner, middle burner, and upper burner. But in Lai Dan, the Taoist one, we have two more organs, brain and the spine. So make 14 organs. So this is all about Dan. So this is all about the area, upper DanTian, middle DanTian, and lower DanTian. So there's 3 DanTian. Okay, so what happened when the signal go up to the brain? It trigger what? This is upper DanTian now. It triggered the 2 master glands, and then 2 master glands release all the hormones, all the nighttime, and it trigger the middle DanTian. So you got thyroid and parathyroid, or thyroxine come out, and then gradually trigger the rest. So right down there, the man we're talking about is the prostate. So it's again the prostate glands. Okay, so this is what DanTian is all about. So you go around sitting there, so you can trigger all that, can you? I don't know, you tell me. Fair enough. So that means that's a biochemical right at the end. So the chi-wise, so you get muscular chi, and then you obviously, we're talking about the communication between the signal between the spine and the brain. So you can talk about electrical, because you, like I said, it's static electric central nervous system run on that. Okay, and then what happened when you trigger the upper DanTian, right? The two main shaman, the 2 main glands open up, and they release the hormone, and that's biochemical. So we're talking about biochemical chi. We're talking about biochemical reaction. Now, this is where the 3 DanTian comes in now. It makes sense now? So first, we get our theory correct first. And then even the theory, but you have to have the practices, because the 9 Dan, we don't take any medication. We just mainly through our brain. So when you're just now talking about the mindset is very important, okay? So you talk about clinical case study. When you go into clinical case study, so the highest, right, levels of clinical case study is spontaneous reaction. How many people you know about spontaneous reaction? Have you ever been into a spontaneous reaction? Why people is like stone, completely stone. So you don't even have that kind of experience. You're telling me that you can help people, you can help people, you can heal people. That's a little bit too much, isn't it? Okay. So that is very, very important that you have to understand the brain. Now, if we talk about the brain, we talk about the mind now, yeah? So again, misinterpretation in the mind. So how does it work? Well, by all means, please, the mind is the most powerful thing. The brain, okay? On that side, I fully agree. Yes, when you have the right mind or correct attitude, whatever you used it, yeah, it's just different term. Yes, self-healing comes out. But how? How does it happen? And nobody seems to bother to do this research. Everybody just talk about it. But theories, they are only theories. Okay. But at the end of the day, we have to, because we exercise it. How you exercise your mind? You tell me. Well, close your mind, close your eyes, then you can exercise it, isn't it? That's a bit far-fetched, isn't it? Okay. So how are we going to understand? How are we going to actually get some data out? How are we going to really know that, yes, your mind is the boss? You EEG machine, use EMG machine. Yeah, that's what I'm doing in Hong Kong University. Huh? So this is why it's very important, don't make into a Harry Potter film. It is real. You need clinical case study. Or the Qigong thing. But this is Qigong, Xing Qi Su. So if I put it so, before what we can do is, okay, so the DanTian, so we activate the DanTian, the upper DanTian, because this is the master, this is the boss. If the master gland, the two master shaman, if the earth tablet doesn't open, if the J palace doesn't open, it doesn't work because the nine Dan will not release because the master gland has to be opened up, so they release master hormone, and if going into the bloodstream and start going around, trigger the bloodstream and start going around, trigger, right, the middle dantian, a lot of other glands, and then going further down, lower dantian, and loads of those other shaman. This is how it works. So this is what the dantian is all about. It's all about. So you can go around focusing like this, you're completely out of the picture. Fair enough. Yeah. So maybe you don't like to hear that because obviously, right, the true hurts. Now you've been doing all those years. Now I'm telling you that, sorry, mate, you got a big problem there. But like I said, you like it or not, that's not my problem. That's your problem. Okay. If you know that that's wrong and you still keep on practicing it, closing your eyes, drift into the subconsciousness of the universe, and that you can go into the Dantian, you can subdue yourself, you can induce your natural body medicine, by all means do it. By all means do it. That's not my problem. That's your problem. Okay. Whether you come to join us in university level study, you're welcome. You're welcome. But at least next time when you bump into this master from China, they're not even qualified and telling you all this thing. Ask another question. He can't even answer you. Right? So I'm trying to avoid you to waste your money, to try to avoid you to waste your time. So you don't listen to me? Oh, because he's a great master. He's very well known. Okay, I know I'm not well known. I'm only a medical researcher. I'm only a student. So you think these great masters know what more than I do? Please go. You found the wrong teacher, like I said. True? Okay. So that means that we have put the EEG machine when the mindset is, that's why they're all stoned. They're going into, in Chinese is 恍恍惚惚,生生死死,若痴若醉. So it's been recorded 5,000 years or written down. So it's completely stoned. So what is it? It's a massive of endorphin coming out. Okay. So if you put EEG machine on it, we put the electrodes on it, right? Let now, okay, we are fully conscious. So if you put EEG, we're on beta. We're on beta frequency. The mind, you talk about mind, the brain. So we can use that, right? Okay, yeah. So this is yang, fully awake. You got fully asleep. When you're fully asleep, well, what is it? That's delta. That's delta to yang and yin. Again, yin and yang principle. So this thing about yin within the yang and yang within the yin. So it means from the yang side, so you're fully awake. So obviously the yin side is you're semi-awake. You're not fully, you're semi-awake. And what's that? That's alpha, the alpha frequency. Okay, so if you're fully asleep, so semi-asleep. So yin within the yang. Okay, and what is this? So this is theta. So that means when you're actually completely stoned, when you go into spontaneous reaction, when you actually, the time that when you actually body reacting, right? The DanTian open up, right? Natural body coming out, natural hormone coming out, natural body medicine coming out. That is the time when you put EEG, you'll find that the brainwave has slips into the center core, which is the alpha and the theta. Okay, so keep turning, people drifting into subconsciousness, and suddenly people wake up into semi-awakeness and they go back in again. I have captured these with camera for 27 years. So if you say that I'm wrong, fine, I might be wrong. I'm only a student, I'm only a researcher. Let's see your homework. Come on, show me. Don't just say I'm wrong. I am willing to learn. Show me your homework. Go on, do it. Patient lying there. Go on, trigger him. Trigger him. Don't use any medicine. Use methodology. Trigger him into self-healing thing, right? Make this placebo effect work. And you can't. So are we talking about in the same levels? Fair enough. So even the mind, yes, mind is very powerful. The brain. So just don't argue about using the words, the mind. It's only a word, just like in Chinese. I can give you a lot of Chinese. 呢個係意念啊！咩叫意念？你識唔識？你又唔識意念，咁你同我學啊？係咪？ Is that it? True. So don't argue about, a name or languages. We are trying to communicate. Of course, I might be wrong, so please tell me where I go wrong. Yeah. So that everything to do with DanTian. So we are talking about upper DanTian now. Makes sense now to you? Okay.